The difference between culture and God is night and day. It's dark and light. It's good and evil. Think about what culture tells us every single day. And we just accept it and get used to it and get sucked into it and embrace it without even realizing we're under its influence. Culture tells us, promote yourself. It's all about you. Jesus says, deny yourself. Humble yourself. Consider others better than yourself. Culture says, pursue things. Jesus says, pursue eternity. Culture says, pursue happiness. Jesus says, pursue holiness. How do we live under God in a culture increasingly hostile toward God? How did Daniel stay faithful to God when everything in the Babylonian culture was trying to bring him under its seductive influence? Daniel made a predetermined decision. He pre-decided. Before he was in the moment, he had already made his resolution. But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. He had pre-decided, I am under God. How do we live under God in a culture increasingly hostile toward God? We make some predetermined resolutions in our lives. The pull of culture is so strong. If you don't constantly fight against it, you're not going to understand you're under its influence. All of us, as followers of Christ, we are predecided, predetermined, resolved to be under God, under His mighty hand. I'm not going to ask you to make 5 or 10 predetermined decisions. I'm going to ask you to simply make one, just one. The Holy Spirit reveals to you is your most important one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the trajectory to drifting mindlessly under culture. And we're gonna take one step back toward being under God in all that we do. You can make a difference if you'll fight against the pull of culture and take a step toward the things of Jesus. To be dependent on Him, under His mighty hand.